What is up, everybody? 40 the Broadway Saiyan here, and welcome back again to my YouTube channel, bringing you guys another video on Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia. For this video, I'm going to be giving you guys a recap of the recent Square Enix stream that I just got done watching, where they covered what's going to be coming out from the end of August all the way up until the beginning of October. There's a lot of exciting things coming out, a lot of things that even surprised me as far as quality of life that they're going to be giving the global version of the game. So we're going to go ahead and cover it with the slides that they provided, courtesy of Square Enix, Glacy, and Joshua. Thank you for all the hard work that you guys do to put together these community streams for us Opera Omnia fans. But the first slide we're going to go over is actually going to be related to another Final Fantasy game, which is going to be coming out very, very soon on August 27th. So this is going to be Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. This is going to be coming out on multiple platforms, including mobile. So that is going to be pretty cool that the mobile there's going to be a mobile version for this game. There's going to be co-op. If you guys have ever played the original on the GameCube, you play with your friends. It's like the best experience ever multiplayer wise. And then afterwards, we're going to be getting familiar faces from DFFOO as DLC costumes. So we got Lael, we got Yuri, we got Chelinka, and we got Charlotta there as available costumes. I believe they're going to be for purchase. So that's going to be pretty cool that we're going to get to see some, Dissidia Opera Omnia within the remastered version of Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. Next slide that I want to talk about is going to be some amazing quality of life adjustments and additions that we're going to be seeing in Global Opera Omnia, which is going to be starting August 26th, right after the maintenance. So the first things that we're going to be getting are the cycle quest adjustments. So pretty much all of the cycle quests where you could farm for your crystals, your gil, all the different shards. The daily restriction is not going to be removed, so now you could do all of them to your heart's content. They're also going to be increasing the drops and the EXP that you get, and they're also going to be simplifying the quest levels, so there's now only going to be 3 different levels, which, I'm cool with that. JP already got this, but this is nice that they're going to be giving Global this, and then they're also going to be giving Global the reset wave button, which is actually quite early, because JP didn't get this until later on, and this is going to be really, really awesome, because for those of us that need to reset the wave, let's say like you're doing, for example, a chaos challenge and you get unlucky, or you misplayed or something, rather than just force closing the app and going right back into the game, which takes much longer, now we just got to reset the wave with the touch of a button, which is amazing. We're also going to be getting those character lines of the DP exchange. I know some of you guys were looking forward to that, so we're going to be getting Warrior of Light, Garland, and also some additional lines added with events as we progress further through the game. Some other changes that we're going to be getting that's quality of life is we're going to be able to set the ability order for Brave and HP attacks, also the ability order pattern for friend support character, as well as a draggable scroll bar for inventory and things like that, as well as the DP exchange being moved to the token exchange menu. So those are some really nice quality of life adjustments that we're going to be getting for Global. My favorite personally is going to be that reset wave button. That is extremely useful to have, especially when you need to reset a wave when you're doing a really, really hard quest. The next slide we're going to talk about is sphere refining, or the sphere crafting system that everybody has been wondering, when is that going to be coming out to Global. So August 27th, we're going to be seeing this coming out. Essentially what this is you earn sphere fragments from specific co-op quests, and you use those alongside with like high shards and high crystals to exchange for refined spheres. Now these spheres are weaker than the bonus spheres that you get normally from purpling an EX weapon, but they're still pretty good in their own right. Like if you want to sphere up a character, this is going to be a great way for you guys to get into this, to be able to earn these spheres by doing the co-ops and then afterwards crafting them and then giving them to your characters. Talking about spheres, they're actually going to be bringing in a functionality called reset stones that didn't come out until around the Lufenia era in the JP version, but they're going to give this to us now, which is really, really cool. And what this does is it allows you to remove an activated either bonus sphere or refined sphere without actually losing it. So normally if you want to like replace a sphere, you're going to destroy the previous sphere that you had equipped, but now with the reset stone, you can actually take off that stone without actually having it destroyed. So let's say, like, for example, you want to remove like Vanille sphere, for example, which is a really good sphere for characters that like to constantly break. Like let's say you want to give that to your Vayne, for example, and it's on your Aranea. You can use a reset stone on your Aranea to remove it, and then afterwards you can put that sphere on Vayne. So as a one-time login bonus, they are going to be giving us 3 And then afterwards, they are going to be included in weapon enhancement chests starting September 1st. So you unfortunately have to buy them, but we do get 3 of them for free, which is really, really cool. So really cool that they're bringing this really early for the global side of the game. Now, the next thing that I want to cover is Act 2, Chapter 10, which is called Across the Skies. This is going to be dropping on August 27th. So we're getting another new story chapter event that's going to be featuring Vaughn. And with Vaughn, we're also going to be seeing the release of a brand new character from FF12, which is Gabranth. Gabranth is going to be getting all the way up to his EX weapon, so he doesn't get an LD because the LD weapon featured for this story campaign is going to be for Vaughn, and Vaughn is also going to be getting his burst weapon as well. And then up September 10th, we're going to be getting a special event called Hall of Rivals, where we get to fight against those 2 monsters there. One of them is the Were Tiger. We're also going to be getting some limited time gem and costume bundles. They're actually giving us the Gabranth one, which JP got not too long ago, but they're actually giving Global that costume bundle now upon the release of, Act 2, Chapter 10, which I think is really cool. And then Locke, Waka, and Balthier will be unlocking their character enhancement boards, which is gonna make them a bit more efficient going through some of the harder content in the game. The next slide I want to talk about is a brand new Abyss is going to be coming. So it's called Abyss Perfectum. It's going to be coming out August 27th, and then the 31st, and then the 3rd. There's going to be 3 different floors, and the different mechanic or requirement for this one is that in order to move to the next strata, you have to perfect all of the boss quests. So you actually got to perfect it this time, which is going to require a little bit more effort, but hey, challenging content is always a good thing. And then up until October 1st, there's also going to be limited time missions for Normalis and Perfectum. So be sure to take advantage of this. This is going to be plenty of content for you guys to get through within this month's time. Next thing I want to bring up is going to be the Enhanced campaign starting August 27th all the way through September 6th. So there's going to be the Enhanced campaign, with the World of Illusions. You also get 2 sets of 5-day additional missions to earn, like for example, the high power orbs, the red weapon tokens, armor tokens. The World of Illusions is going to have a chance of seeing a magic pot at 3 times, that gives you 3 times rewards. And then afterwards, the Radiant Artifact tokens will also have double drops, which is going to be pretty cool for those of you that really enjoy farming artifacts for your characters. So that's going to be something that's going to be starting up on August 27th. Next is going to be a Lost Chapters that is going to be coming out August 31st with a challenge quest, just like with every other event that we've been seeing now. It's going to be featuring Machina's Lost Chapters. Machina is going to be having his LD weapon featured on this, and Vaughn will also have his burst weapon featured on that banner as well. And then afterwards, we're going to be getting a beatback event, which is going to be featuring the specific bosses that are featured there, such as the boss from the Golbez event, that Knight Armored Bahamut. And the synergy characters for that are going to be Leon, Sid, Vivi, Rem, and they're going to be unlocking their boards as well alongside with Machina. And then Leon, Sid, and Vivi are going to be getting reworks on this, and the banner for this is not going to have an LD weapon, but it's also going to be featuring Vaughn's burst weapon again. So if you happen to miss out on it on its initial release or the Machina Lost Chapters banner, you can always get it from this banner as well. Next piece of content that we're going to be getting starting September 7th is another World of Illusions Ultimate, which is going to be for Odin. So we get to challenge Odin and get him all the way up to level 30. The featured super synergy characters that you could use to farm the boards is going to be Paladin Cecil, Irvine, Fran, Fang, Noctis, and Seven. Irvine, Fran, Fang, and Seven will be getting boards, and then Noctis is going to be getting a rework, and not to mention, Noctis is also going to be getting a burst and LD weapon. And I know this particular burst and LD weapon is the ones that most of you guys have been looking forward to, because I know that Noctis is an extremely powerful character with his LD and burst, especially with the mechanics and the utility that he brings with those weapons. We're also going to be seeing some more limited time gem costume bundles for Paladin Cecil, Noctis, and Fran, and then afterwards they give us the breakdown there of how many resources you earn from doing all the boards. So it's 39,000 plus gems, 390 plus draw tickets, and 660 plus armor tokens. And let's not forget, we're also going to be seeing a co-op for this particular World of Illusions Ultimate Trial. So that's going to be something to look forward to there, especially for those of you that are running dry on resources and you need something to farm up again. Next thing that we're going to be getting on September 7th as well is going to be another Dimensions End. This is going to be tier 15. The theme for this one is the enemies will be tough, against magic. There's going to be multi-enemy waves, and they also will be shifting resistances on wave 1, and they're going to have strong AoE attacks on wave 2. So great characters to bring are characters that utilize physical attacks. Knockback or launching is going to be very powerful for this, as well as brave damage reduction. Right off the top of my head, Gabranth brings brave damage reduction. I can also think of Snow doing this as well. Knockback, we have characters such as Kais, who's very powerful even up to now that we're in the Burst and LD era, but Kais is extremely powerful as far as bringing him for tier 15. And then having strong physical attacks, such as, for example, Raijin is fantastic for this because he is a physical attacker. He also has Thunder Enchant, Thunder Imperil, and let's not forget his AoE paralysis. And remember, every time we get a new Dimension's End, the requirements for the plates is going to be changing. So now, in order for you to earn that Mithril plate, you got to get all the way to tier 15. Next piece of content we're going to be seeing is a lost chapter for Bosch. So Bosch is going to be coming back. He's also going to be getting a challenge quest. He's going to get a rework, and then Barrett, who is featured on this, is going to be getting a board, which is going to be pretty cool to allow him to be a little bit more efficient. Bosch is going to have his LD weapon featured on this, and the burst weapon that's going to be featured on this as well is going to be for Noctis. And then afterwards, September 18th is going to be the release of that mystery character. I'll give you a hint. He's from Type 0, and he is a spear-wielding tank character is all I'm going to say, but we're going to be seeing that character arriving with his full kit and his LD, and also Noctis's burst weapon will be featured on that as well. And the last slide that I want to go over is on September 24th, Act 2 Finale Part 1, The Chosen King's Future. So that's going to be dropping as well, which is pretty cool because we're going to be seeing 2 story events happening within, the events that are happening for this month. And we're going to be seeing Arden coming out, and I know that's another character that a lot of folks have been waiting for. He is an extremely powerful character with his LD and his burst weapon, so he's going to be a part of that story campaign. So that's going to be really, really cool to see in Global Opera Omnia. All right, guys, well, this is going to conclude my summarization of what they talked about on the Square Enix stream. Thank you again, Square Enix. Joshua, Glacy, you guys are doing a fantastic job giving us Global Opera Omnia fans, all this news and all these exciting updates for the game that we just love so much. Thank you guys again for watching. Stay tuned for the next video, and mahal, guys.